Hey everybody, Superfluous J here, playing a new game, Dyson Sphere Program. Okay, it's not a new game. It's been on for a couple months, and I've played it for a ridiculous number of hours, including the most recent save I had, where in 85 hours I beat the game. And then I turned around and I said, you know what? I want to do this on YouTube. So here we are. We're going to go into a new game. I have a seed that I have found that I'm going to use, and that is 4425975 if you want to play along with me. Basically, the entire reason I wanted this save is there was a blue giant within very close distance to my start system, which should make it fairly easy to hop back and forth and make a Dyson Sphere there when that time comes, which is a long way away. I don't know anything else about this system. I didn't really look too much at anything else. There is a black hole, there's a neutron star, which is nice to have, and I'll probably visit those, which I didn't do in my other game. But let's go ahead and start the game and see what is up. This game is pretty demanding. It it does a lot. Now notice I also, if you have played the game, you notice I didn't do the intro where I come in and land at the home system. The reason I did that is I don't want the advisor coming up on the my in my game, interrupting me while I'm talking to you, so I have disabled him. Both the intro fly-in sequence and also the can I go into map mode? I can. Also the all the tips that come up as you do things, because I've played the game, I know the game, I know what to do. So I will show you, if you have never played this game. You start out in the moon of a gas giant around a star with a couple other planets around it. And I can already tell what's on these planets, at least a little bit. There's some silicon on this planet. I don't know how much because I don't have good enough scanners. There's silicon, titanium on this guy. The gas giant has hydrogen. Actually, no, it doesn't tell me what it has. That's funny. Well, I'm pretty sure it has hydrogen because it's a gas planet. But apparently we'll find out what it is here. And we've also have stuff on my home world here that I have landed on. So let's go out of map mode, go back to me, and take a look around. Now I've disabled or dismantled the thing I landed on. It comes with 5 hydrogen fuel rods and some stuff. And using that stuff, I can build some things. This is very much like, wow, my guy's slow. This is very much like Factorio. You can mine, you can chop down trees. You are a mech and not a person. I'm not going to get too much into the lore, but I'm not even a person in this mech. I'm a computer, and I'm a human computer. I'm a person who is also a computer, and humanity has uploaded itself into computers, and has totally gone off the grid, or on the grid, I guess, and we don't exist in reality anymore. However, we need power, so sometimes they send engineers out in these mechs to create Dyson spheres to generate power for the home base. And they always land you on a nice planet with iron, stone, coal, a little bit of copper, and some land to build on, and then they say go. And it's other than that, it's a lot like Factorio. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create some buildings. Now we don't actually have any buildings we can create because we haven't researched them. So we need to start researching things. And the first few research searches actually take items that you can create in your person. So the first thing we need here is some miners and some power. So let's go ahead and activate this. And we need to make 10 electromagnets in order to do that. Now you hit F. I've got my keyboard up. Actually, it doesn't look like I have my keyboard up, which is kind of interesting. I'll look at that later. I want to play right now. But we can craft certain things, and among those certain things is these. And I can make 5 of them right now, and I need 10. So let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just click on those, and it looks like we need more magnets for that. And for that, we need iron ore. So I'm going to hit T to get out of this, and we're going to run over here to the iron ore. God, this guy is so slow. It's crazy how slow he is. I forgot. Actually, I'm going to mine the one that's a little bit higher up. For reasons. Come on, get over here and mine this thing. There we go. Oh, we've done electromagnetism. That's interesting. I guess maybe it auto created the stuff for it. That's interesting. But anyway, so we can now auto mine things, which is nice. We can also do upgrades, which I'm going to get to in a minute. I'm going to do that just so it stops flashing at me. My first job here in the game is to research all these things that have automated research in them. So we need 10. Oh, you know what it was when I crafted these things? It makes 2. It makes 2 of these. So when I crafted it 5 times, it actually made 2. That's why that worked. But anyway, we need 10 of these circuits, and that makes 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 10 gears, which gears I think only makes 1. So let's make 10 of those. There we go. And then we'll have this researched. Then let's go ahead and just start. Oops. Looking at the next researches that need done. This requires these cubes, which is the actual science in the game. So I'm going to actually do that when the time comes. Let's go ahead and do automatic metallurgy, which would be nice. That's 10 more electromagnets and 10 more of these things. So let's go ahead and hit F. 10 more electromagnets is 5 of these. We need copper for that, and 10 more of these. We need copper for that. So we obviously now need copper. So let's run over here, and you know what? We can start building things to mine for us. We need copper in order to build the miners and the power to run the miners. We might as well build the power to run the miners first, simply because you can't run the miners without power at all. So let's build 4 of these, and then we should be able to build some of these soon as we're mining copper here. My core energy is depleting, so let's actually hit C. That brings up this, and then we can throw all the organic stuff we have found into our engine just to generate some of that. And now we can make 3 miners. Let's go ahead and make all 3 of those, and stop actually mining, because the less stuff you do manually, the better in this game. And it really doesn't matter right now where I put these things. Everything I lay down now, I'm going to tear up very soon. Everything is done with drones, by the way. This skips the entire you do it manually phase of building stuff, and you literally can't place things manually. You have to do them with a drone. Let's see. We have another one of these. Let's go ahead and place it down here. You can't place wind turbines very close to each other. So you just have to kind of space them out a little bit. And I've got another wind turbine. Let's go ahead and put it over here. And do we have our miners yet? We have a miner. I think the game actually gives you a miner. And we're low on copper right now, so let's go ahead and throw that miner right here. And now what he's going to do is he's going to mine. If you look here, I forget how much. You know, let's see if it actually says when I'm creating the miner here. 30 per minute per vein. So for every vein, we get 1 every 2 seconds, right? Yeah. So this is going to generate 3 a second, 3 ore per second. And if you look at the smelters here, which I should probably make a few of as well, which I actually don't have because I haven't researched them yet. I'm actually doing that right now. I need 4 more of these things. So that's we need iron for that, which is kind of hilarious. Let's go ahead and tell him to mine that iron. Your guy gets a lot faster in this game, fairly quick. I'm gonna put this right here. I'm gonna actually run these things here, and I'm just kind of sorting about so they share power is what I'm doing here. I can create these 2, and then I need to create 10 of these guys, which is actually 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I'm still creating the miners manually, which is fine. I'm gonna try to cover as many veins as possible, but I would like to always cover 6. It's not always possible. The miners are a little bit hard to lay sometimes. I'm holding down shift in order to move them around off the grid. That's certain things allow you to do that. Miners are basically the most important of those. So I think I'm just gonna accept that I can only get 5 of this guy. And we're starting to actually research these things, which is nice. So copper and that. So yes. So this will give us smelters, which we'll be able to research. We'll be able to build in a second here as soon as this thing finishes. In the meantime, I think I'm going to start mining stone as well. And let's see, advanced research. Okay, this is gonna be a good one. This is 1, 2. Does it actually say how many veins? No, it doesn't. I think once you place it, it says how many veins he's on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sometimes you can get 8 or 9, but anything over 6 is fine. 6 actually is fine. And so now we've got these guys going. And let's see. I've burned up all my stuff, so let me just throw all the rest of the junk in here. This is literally garbage. I don't care about it. It's all here to be used by me. There's no reason not to. The game gave us 3 smelters, which is nice. This guy can support 3 smelters for copper, so I'm actually going to. I think I'm only going to lay 2 of them down. I really don't need that many at this point of the game. It's actually more useful to have. To spread out our items. See, we already need stone. So let's make some power poles. Power poles are pretty cheap. And in the meantime, I think I'm going to mine some stone. Now I have a smelter in my suit. That's why I was able to make some of this stuff. Like I can make this smelter as soon as I mine enough stone. Although, see, now I have it. It actually will turn the stone into smelted stone for me as I go, which is really nice. And there's already 50 iron in here. I'm just going to grab it so that I have it in my inventory. And we need electronic magnets, which means I'm going to need the copper in here. And now I should be able to make some smelters, 5 of them. Let's just make them all. And these things take a while right now because my crafting is slow. My guy doesn't have very much power. It's just the way it is. So I only need 1 thing on stone right now. 2 things on copper is fine. I'm gonna need more iron fairly quickly. I'm gonna actually. I still don't have any items. I think I'm gonna do this with the iron. So we've got 2 of these, and then I think how many more of these things do we have? I have 0. So I need 2 more mining machines, which is going to require some of everything. So I need more iron. Let's go ahead and take all the 50 iron out of here that's already here, so I can make 2 more mining machines and some more power poles. Which click them over here. Just make 10. 10 should last me quite a while. If you hold down Shift when you click something, it copies it. We have 4 power poles here right now, so I'm going to bring this guy up like this. Just going to kind of spread them out as much as I can, so I don't have to. I still have 0 of these. What am I making? I'm still making a smelter. So let me see how many smelters I have. I have 3 total, this is pretty good. So I'm gonna put these up here, and this is gonna be my iron. And I'm ignoring grid lines right now. I'll talk about those when the time comes. But there is a good way and a bad way to build things, and I'm right now building things the bad way because it doesn't matter. I'm gonna throw 2 smelters here to make magnets. And you have to set the recipes on these things. I can copy and paste with the less than and greater than keys. These are going to make iron. I'll just set it manually because it's easier than actually hitting those keys on the keyboard. And these are going to make copper. And then up here we're going to have 2 more smelters making. Put them here and here so that we can get belts around these things, although I don't think I can get belts around those. Let me actually lay the belts. And then the smelters. The smelters can get close to the belts, which is nice. Sometimes you can't. It's kind of funny the way the game works. Oh, I don't have enough. I don't have enough belts to actually do that. But really, I want to lay the smelters down for now, just to kind of get the infrastructure going. For automating things. I should also always be researching something. This is the blue cube, which I actually don't care about at the moment. Basic assembler here, 10 circuits and 10 gears for that. Let's go ahead and hit F and see if we can make our 10 circuits. We cannot. We need iron for that. Oops, I hit V instead of T to get out of that. We should have in this miner up here 50 iron. Basically these miners fill up so fast that they're always going to have 50 whenever you want them. So 10 circuits is at 2 each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 gears. 1 each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. So that'll make those. Okay. Now I need some belts. We're at the point now where we need belts, and I think do I have 2 of these? I do. So I can set up my mining of iron into the thing. And here's another thing: if I hold down Shift, you can actually do miners diagonally, and that's super convenient. You can sometimes get a lot of patches on that. There's 6 patches. That's pretty nice. Actually, that was like 8 patches. I don't know. I think I'm just going to accept this, even though it's only 5, just because it gets that one over there. Okay, we're doing our things on these. Now I'm going to need a bunch of belts, and I think I'm just going to queue them all up, just to get all the belts going. And then we're also going to need another thing to research. That takes blue, that takes blue, this takes blue. So none of these are now things that we can research in our body. We need to research them in research labs. Yeah, everything else is blue. So now we finished the research here except for the blue one. So let's go ahead and go to upgrades now. And I want to do all these researches that don't take any blue. This one takes just iron and copper. That's really simple. Let's just activate it. And is that really it? No. Vertical constructions, that takes red. We don't even have blue yet, so red's not a big deal. So I think that's it. The mecha core, yeah, the mecha core one takes iron and copper. So let's go ahead and do that. Probably should have done that first. Now that I'm thinking about it, because that would have made the mech a little bit better suited to walking around and making things. So we'll call that out. We'll call that a mistake on my part. So let's go ahead and get some iron and copper here. Let's just get these. And then make our, what is it, 20? 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 20. I can also move this up and do that, but it's really not a big deal. And very soon I'm not going to be handcrafting anything. This game is not about handcrafting, and it's something I love. After this first initial stuff, you can really get by never handcrafting anything again. I've got 59 belts, which is a lot. Let's go ahead and hook these guys up. Let's get a power pole over here. So this guy is covered, and he's now mining that stone. That's going to be put into this guy, and then out onto this belt. And then, for the time being now, I want to chop down these trees, but eventually I'll just be happy with the game destroying them as I build things. And what I want to do here is I want to stockpile. Right now, because stone is going to be a very big let's see, we need hilariously we need stone for that. You can pick up off the belts by clicking on the belts and using the inventory item on it. Let's see, and we can probably, I think we can justify inserter here and here, doing this twice. We can put all that stone in there as well, and then we're just going to, do we have a box yet? No, we're still doing our research here. That's no big deal. Oh, and I'm out of power, so let's go ahead and throw all the stuff we've chopped down. Maybe while I'm waiting for the stuff to finish here, I will do a big chop. If you hold down, if you just right click a tree, your guy chops it down. If you hold shift and right click a tree, you queue up all the chopping down. The yellow trees are special. They have organic crystals in them, which makes them very... is my guy stuck? He is stuck. That's annoying. If your guy gets stuck, he can't walk to his location, and then all the stuff you just queued up is gone. The yellow trees, though, they have organic crystals on them, which are better fuel sources. They're also huge late in the game. But for right now, the important thing is they are a fuel source. So let's just throw this wood and all these branches in here that I'm digging up. Just throwing them in my furnace here to get them going. But do we have our boxes yet? We do have our boxes. So let's go ahead and yeah. See, I have a jet. I'm trying to jump with the jet, but I don't have that ability yet. I haven't gained the ability to jump yet, which is kind of crazy. So let's go ahead and run this build a little bit farther and then get this sorter, getting stone stored away in this box. Now let's do the same thing over here. Let's get a belt coming out here like this. Let's get sorters, which we're probably going to need more of. We have 0, so yeah, probably not the right term. We're definitely going to need more of these. We're also, we're still making these things, so we're good. We're almost to the point where, you know what, I'm going to cancel these. We need 2 iron and 2 copper to finish that research and get that thing going and being done. And boom, Mecha Core level 1. Yay. Okay, now no more research to be done outside of our mech, which is nice. Because you don't actually want to be doing this kind of research stuff outside of your mech. Let's put another box here. Get these conveyors going like this. Now we need to make some inserters. I'm just going to make a bunch of them, and then I'm going to make some assemblers. Because obviously, the whole point of a factory game is to assemble things in assemblers, and that is... I need one. There we go. Okay. And I think actually, now that I'm thinking about this, I think I need 2 of these on each one, because I got 2 coming out. So if I could support 2 smelters, I'm going to need 2 of these inserters. Sorry, sorters, putting things in the box. Okay, similarly, these guys, because this guy has so few veins on him, we actually need both of the miners contributing. If you hit R, it rotates which way the belt turns, which is awesome. I mean, I really like the way you lay belts in this game. But because each miner only puts out like 2, I think, a second onto the belt, which the belts support 6 per second. To fill up the belt, you need more of these miners than you have. Than one. You need more than one. So you should tie them together, and you can hook belts together like this. And you see that when the guy places it, that allows this belt to come out here. Then we got more inserters. So let's go ahead. Sorry, sorters. I'm going to be calling them inserters forever, just so you know, just to keep. It's just the way it works. I play Factorio. I think of these things as inserters. At least I'm not calling them arms, I guess, right? Let's see. I'm out of them now, and I'm not making any more, so let's make some more. I think 5 is perfectly fine. And it looks like I need a power pole over here. So let's go ahead and just put one, and then we are now having a power problem. If you look, it's not a big deal that that I'm having a power problem, but I am having a power problem, and I should probably lay some more of these things down. And I can't make them. I need iron, magnets, and gears. So I've got iron in here now, which is nice. I'm going to need some copper for my magnets. Let's go ahead and grab some copper, or my electromagnets. I'm not actually making electromagnets yet, so I'm going to have to manually mine some iron to get those electromagnets, so I can make another couple of these. That should be enough. And I don't have any, but I almost have one now. So I have one now, and let's just throw it down. And I'm making another one eventually. But in the meantime, now we've sort of headed off the problem at the pass. So let me do this. I'm gonna bring the belt. Yeah, I picked a really bad spot to put this belt, to put these guys. Even though I said that I'm not going to pay attention to the grid, there is what people call a fault line here. If you notice, these grids are all 10 by 10, and then the little ones are 5 by 5, and then obviously we have 1 by 1. But because we're on a sphere, you can't lay a grid the whole way and have it look good the whole way. So the game designers have cut the grid apart so that they've put these the lines of latitude are split, so that like right here it sets up right, but you notice these squares are a lot smaller than these squares, and building across these lines causes major problems, and it's very much advised not to do it. I'm doing it right now because I don't care, and I'm just setting up my base and trying to get things going. You, however, should care as you're doing it, and you should be better than I'm being right now. But let's go ahead and get some more of these belts made. You know what? I am going to pump this up to 10 because I'm probably going to manually make a couple hundred belts before I have them all set up in factories and stuff. Same thing with inserters and things like that. Sorters. You know, sorters, inserters. What's the difference? Let's go and lay this here. This is fine because we're going to have a belt going across here. And then we're going to need 2 more inserters. We have 1. And then that's it. So we need more iron to make more of those inserters. Let's do that. think I have another one of these. Yes, I do. Let's just put it right as close as it'll be there. Just to get a little more power going, because we're at 40, 50%. Do we have more sorters yet? No. We are not making any. I can probably bump this up to 10 as well. Let's be realistic. I'm gonna start making these things. I'm gonna start needing these things in a lot bigger proportions than I have them currently. But that's fine. So now we're making all the core stuff. We're making stone, we're making copper, we're making iron, and we're making these things, magnets. Now we need to start actually assembling things, and I think this is a good time to stop. This is kind of the equivalent of the burner phase. I'm in the wind phase, if you want to call it that. The next phase is going to be when I start actually doing science in the science buildings and needing power, more power. And that more power I'm going to get from that is I'm going to get solar power. And it's thematic because we're trying to build a Dyson Sphere. We're trying to harness the power of the sun. So why wouldn't we start with solar panels on the surface of the planet? Also, they're very good. They're a renewable resource that I don't have to worry about fueling, and it's just they're pretty good in this game. I actually use solar panels up to the point where I start harnessing, space fuel, I guess is what you'd call it, solar sails and things like that. So let's go ahead and leave it here. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I hope you want to see more. If you did enjoy watching it, please click the like button. If you want to see more, please subscribe. Both of those things really help me out, get people to find the channel. If you notice anything I'm doing wrong, like for example this inserter here not having power, you tell me about that. Put it in the comments, and I'll address it. If that's about it, I guess I'm gonna leave it at that. If you have any questions, though, definitely ask them. If you have any things that you think that is better, definitely tell me that. I have some mods installed, and I will be talking about them as they come up. As I mentioned, I have the No Advisor and the No Tutorial mod installed, which you saw the result of the fact that you didn't see the advisor anywhere in this. I have a lot more mods installed. I'm going to be talking about them as we go. I, though, am Superfluous J, and I will, as always, talk at you later.